What's going on, Knuckleheads? GKM Gaming here with another LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed video for you. Today I want to talk about a big info drop that we just got on the Discord, I believe 2 nights ago at this point. I would have got it up ASAP, but super busy on Tuesday nights, and then Wednesday was my anniversary with Mrs. GKM, so we had to go out to dinner. We were out late. Could not really get here in time to do the video, but we're back. Let's talk about what's going down. I also got some serious information about the update that I am maybe a fan of, maybe not, but let's talk about the good stuff first. Okay, so Cole and Misako, however you say it, they're finally coming to the game. Misako's been in the files for a really long time. Cole has not. It looks like we're getting the kind of orange tinted Cole. The picture they gave us was like a lantern festival, so I guess maybe they're doing it for Chinese New Year, which is really awesome. I actually celebrate Chinese New Year every year for the last like 10 years. It's something really cool that I used to do with my friend and his mom, who are not Chinese, but we just really enjoyed the culture. But anyway, we were all wanting the ghost version of Cole, because we wanted this, him to have the spooky tag and kind of like cross the thematic thing that way. We're not getting that Cole. Maybe because Cole does have, being a ghost in his history, maybe we will get the spooky tag with him, and maybe one of his moves will involve some sort of incorporeal stuff. I think that would be really cool, maybe even with his ultimate or something, so we could still use him with spooky figures, because we also are getting the River Stick set, or the City Stick set, sorry. So how do I know we're getting the City Stick set? So there is through some digging from my private investigators, I have found some of the images from the bags, right? So you could see the set tile in the bag. And then you could also, if you go to the Ninjago sets right after the update, I don't know if it still does it. It didn't do it for me, but people sent me screenshots. It said coming soon when you clicked on that deconstructed set. We know that set was already kind of in the game files anyway. I did a coming down the pipeline with Vintage. If you're hearing Discord sounds, that's definitely my Discord. Let me get out of there. Probably Jester Gogo hitting me up so that we don't ruin people's lives over here. So we are definitely getting Misako, we're definitely getting Cole, and we're definitely getting the City Sticks. And I'm pretty excited about that, but I really want to see how they're going to go about implementing these things. So let's talk. The obvious play, right, that we're all expecting is, they're just going to do what they always do and add it to the J brick pace, and then they'll be gated behind each other, and they'll be gated behind the set, and they'll be gated behind J, and you'll probably only be able to get the set in the shop. Well, either they're going to do that and they just haven't implemented that into the game files yet, or they're up to something a little different. So let me talk about the J brick pace, and what I know through my private investigators is coming down the pipeline for that brick pace. So Misako, whoever, and Cole do not have nodes, right? Speculation is that they're only going to be in the event store, which sucks, right? You could only farm, that's like Peter Venkman right now is only really in the event store and bags, and that sucks. I have 6-star Peter Venkman. I'm never gonna get him a 7-star. I maybe will get a dozen tiles without spending any gems on this Ghostbusters event. So that kind of sucks. That is the speculation, because 3 maps there's now for Mind Games. So they added a 3rd map, right? And on that 3rd map, they have Zane, Lloyd, Garmadon, Clockwork Robot, and Nia. I'm sorry. They have a Garmadon node, and it requires Zane, Lloyd, Garmadon, Clockwork Robot, Jay, and Nia. So it's actually 6 requirements? That's weird. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. But that is what it says. 3 maps for Mind Game. Zane, Lloyd, Garm, Clockwork Robot, Jay, and Nia is required. Garm has a node. So maybe they're not all required at once. But it looks like that the J event is going to give us a way to farm Garmadon nodes outside of Brickspedition, which I really like a lot. So then that opens up speculation. Is one of these new figures, like Cole or Misako, going to be the Brickspedition reward? Well, that would kind of give people reason to complete their Brickspeditions again, right? I think one of the reasons people got so bored with Brickspedition was, yeah, it was a little bit of a chore, but I didn't mind doing it when I was trying to farm stuff. And as I farmed everything, it was like, all right, I don't really need to do this anymore, so I'm not going to play this game mode. So I think with obvious fixes that need to come to that game mode to make it a little more interesting and a little less annoying, switching out Garmadon for another figure might be a good way of doing that. And one of these new Ninjago figures could kind of stick with something, although I think we'd all rather see Johnny Thunder as the Brickspedition reward. But there's other options, right? It is possible that they're going to do a whole new brick pace, right? A Ninjago themed brick pace, and keep Jay's brick pace more of a techie themed, which I kind of like that they did that in the first place. But now it looks like they're adding more like with the Garmadon, no, they're adding more Ninjago elements to it. So I'm not really sure that we're getting a new brick pace. And now I take a deep breath, because now we can speculate, maybe, just maybe, they're finally giving us something that we've been asking for. Maybe one of them is going to be a master event that requires Spinjitzu, for instance, or even just Ninjago. I probably would just require Ninjago. So a Ninjago master event to get Cole, perhaps, right? I think that'd be pretty cool, right? So you have to use all the other Ninjagos. I wouldn't even mind if it was a Spinjitzu only thing. I think that would be cool. And then there's also the option that the other one, Misako, could be an all-star event. So a real chase figure that is actually going to take you a long time. Now, I understand the frustration that happens when they gate these figures and you can't get them right away. For me, that frustration is, you've gated this figure, I can't get it right away, but somebody who's going to spend the money, they're going to get them. But if you put it in a, an all-star event, right, then they're not really gated. And then it's a slow grind and something that you can get, and it's not going to be introduced really into the game right away. So here's this character, let's do some theory crafting with it, and let's everybody take a long time to farm it up. Some people might be opposed to that idea, but I think if Cole is a master event, right? Cole, who everybody's been waiting for, right? So let everybody get him maxed out, or at least 5 stars as quickly as they can, especially people who have those high-level Ninjago teams. And then Misako is actually something that you can get through the all-star events, making it a little more fun, a little more worthwhile, gives you a reason to grind out. I think that's a possibility. I know they're not going to add figures to the Master Shop anymore, or they could just make her a regularly farmable character, and like maybe she's not that good, or she could be available in Brickspedition. There's so many different things they can do to give us figures besides brick paces, and it's really just something I want to see. Now I've got some really, really, really disappointing stuff going on. I want to talk about the anniversary event for a bit. They basically reworked all the hard nodes, so you get first clear reward, so those 5-tower rewards, but they're very, very gated. I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing. That's another video, but like, there's one node where you get a non-such ally and you're required to use Rita and Ernest. Listen, I still don't even have Ernest unlocked. Just saying, he wasn't an easy unlock, and he's pretty gated. Then there's one where you're required to use Sal. You have to use Chef and Ash. That's not bad. That's not bad, right? You have to use City. I love City nodes, but this node does give you Gorwell tiles, right? So it's probably the most important node in the thing, because everybody wants Gorwell tiles, and you have to use City for it, which I do like that change. They also have a Santa node, which is going to require Ninjago. That's no big deal. There's going to be a node for, it looks like, Corncob guy, who's going to require Castle Tag, but it gives you Ghost, but you have to use Reaper and Scully. So again, those are kind of like gated figures. I just got a Reaper. My Scully isn't that high. Like, that's going to be a really difficult node to get by. Then you have another one where you have to use a non-such node where you have to use Willa and Zombie. That shouldn't be too bad. But then there's another one where you could farm Leo and you have to use Jens and Andreas. Andreas' event only came through once. Some people didn't even unlock him. I think that that's really, really unfair. Then there's another one where you have to use non-such, Garm, Santa, and Aurora. Again, that's not too bad, but some people don't have non-such because he's also pretty heavily gated in his event. And that's a Malik node. So the rewards look great for this. It's just like, not only are things gated, they're gated behind characters that if you don't already have them, there's no real way of getting them. So some people are, you're going in and you can't whale, you can't grind, you don't really have anything to work for. It makes it, and this event only happens once a year, so that's what really, really sucks. The fact that they're requiring you to use Andreas, right? Whereas if you didn't really whale, you might not have unlocked Andreas, and that sucks, right? That really, really sucks. So there's a lot of stuff I really don't like about this event that's coming up. I might do a video on the whole thing, like a whole breakdown about how much I hate it. But I might just wait till the event actually comes out and is live so I could have some proof to put in that pudding. Well, that's pretty much all I got for you today, Knuckleheads. Please remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle up.